Mia and Tom grew up in a small town where everyone knew each other's stories. Their friendship was one that everyone thought they understood. They had known each other since they were very young. The first time they met was at a birthday party for a mutual friend. Mia was 5 years old, and Tom was 6 with bright eyes and a cheerful smile. From that moment, they were inseparable. As time passed, they stayed close. Their childhood memories were almost impossible to separate. They played together in the park, shared secrets late at night, and studied together. Their friendship was strong, natural, and simple, like the ground beneath their feet. People in town often joked that Mia and Tom would get married when they grew up because they were always together. But Mia and Tom never really thought about it that way. For them, it was just friendship. They were there for each other, through thick and thin, without needing anything more. But one day, everything started to change. Mia noticed that Tom had started dating Claire, a lively and sweet girl he met in high school. At first, Mia tried to ignore the feeling that something was off. She was happy for Tom, she really was. But deep down, it hurt in a way she didn't understand. She didn't know why, but when she saw him with Claire, laughing and holding her hand, a strange pain settled in her heart. Mia told herself it was just jealousy, a normal feeling when your best friend starts a new relationship. After all, they had always been close, right? So why was it so hard to see Tom with someone else? It wasn't just the idea of Claire. It was that Mia had started to realize something. Their friendship wasn't the same anymore. She missed the times when it was just her and Tom, without anyone else in the picture. But Mia tried to ignore the feeling and told herself that nothing had changed. It was around this time that Mia met Alex, a new friend at a birthday party. Alex was friendly, funny, and had a way of making people feel at ease. Mia was immediately drawn to his energy. They talked for hours at the party, laughing and getting to know each other. Alex had a carefree attitude, and his charm made Mia feel comfortable. Not long after, Mia and Alex started dating. Their first few dates were simple. They went for walks under the city lights, shared ice cream at a local parlor, and talked about their hopes and dreams. Mia couldn't help but enjoy his company. Alex was charming, kind, and thoughtful. But despite all of that, Mia felt an emptiness that she couldn't ignore. Every time Alex looked at her with affection, she felt a distant ache in her heart, as if she was trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Mia couldn't explain it. Alex was a good guy, but her heart wasn't fully in it. She was happy with him, but she wasn't happy. Not in the way she thought she should be. It was as if she was looking for something in Alex that wasn't there, something that she had felt for years, but hadn't recognized until now. Meanwhile, Tom was getting closer to Claire. They went on romantic dates, holding hands, sharing intimate moments. At first, Tom felt good about the relationship. Claire was kind, beautiful, and seemed to understand him in ways that Mia never had. But after a while, he started to feel a little lonely. Despite everything going well with Claire, there was something missing. Whenever Claire laughed or touched his hand, Tom would think about Mia, her face, her smile, the way they used to talk for hours. Those memories never left him. Tom found himself thinking about Mia more and more. It wasn't just that they were best friends. It was something deeper, something that he hadn't realized until now. He tried to push those feelings away, telling himself that he was happy with Claire, but it wasn't enough. One evening, while Tom and Claire were walking in the park, they ran into Mia and Alex. It was a coincidence, but when Tom saw Mia laughing, something about her was different. The way she smiled at Alex, the way they stood close together, it was as if she was someone else, someone who wasn't his Mia, his best friend. Mia noticed Tom standing there with Claire, and for a moment, their eyes met. There was an awkward silence, and Mia quickly looked away, feeling the sting of something she couldn't explain. She was happy for Tom, but seeing him with Claire made something inside her ache. It wasn't jealousy. It was something more, an awakening. Alex stood beside her, his hand resting gently on her shoulder. Tom felt an odd tightness in his chest. It wasn't jealousy. It was the realization that Mia wasn't just his friend anymore. She was someone he wanted to be close to in a way that he hadn't allowed himself to feel before. Weeks passed, and both Mia and Tom struggled with their feelings. They spent more time with their respective partners, but neither of them felt truly happy. It was as if they were both trying to fill an empty space with someone who wasn't meant to be there. One day, Tom reached out to Mia. He'd been thinking about their relationship a lot lately, and it was time to face the truth. He called her and asked to meet. Mia agreed, and they decided to meet at their favorite cafe. When they sat down, the silence between them was heavy, filled with unspoken words and feelings. Tom looked at Mia, and for the first time, he wasn't just seeing his best friend. He saw the person he had been avoiding, acknowledging for so long. "Mia," Tom started, his voice shaking a little. "I think I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. I tried to find it with Claire, but it's never felt right. I don't think I can keep pretending anymore." Mia looked at him, her heart racing. "I know what you mean. I've been with Alex, trying to make something work, but it's just not the same. I've been looking for something in him that was never really there. The truth is, I think I've loved you for a long time, Tom, and I never realized it until now." For a moment, neither of them spoke. They both sat there, the weight of their words hanging in the air. The truth was clear now. Their love for each other had always been there, hidden beneath the surface of their friendship. They had both been afraid to face it, afraid to risk everything for something they didn't understand. Tom reached out and took Mia's hand. It was a simple gesture, but in that moment, it meant everything. "I don't know how we got here," Tom said softly, "but I think we've always been meant to be more than just friends." Mia smiled and squeezed his hand. "I think you're right. Maybe we were just waiting for the right time." They didn't need to say anything else. The truth was clear between them. They had always been meant to be together, and now that they had finally acknowledged it, nothing could stand in their way. As they walked out of the cafe, hand in hand, they knew that their love had always been there, waiting for them to realize it. And now that they had, they were ready to face whatever the future held, together.